25 Ford Explorer Active 4-wheel drive, 46,588. 25 Ford F-150 4x4 Super Crew STX, 46,943. 25 Ford Bronco 4x4 4-door, 46,882. Ray Varner Ford, local you trust with deals you can count on.
All right, good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Sure hope you have a great day. Grab the rain gear today. We're talking about more efficient rain producers to move on through. So we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to start you off with the big picture, take you locally, and then take you back to the big picture to show you what the rest of the week looks like. Not a whole lot going on. We've got a boundary to our north and northwest. We've had some heavier showers across upper East Tennessee this morning. And we've also had some heavy rain down towards Chattanooga. We'll talk about that here in a second. But we've been talking about this all week long, how we've got so much available moisture to precipitate out of the atmosphere. These dark shades of reds indicate, if you look at the legend in the top right-hand side of the screen, shows saturated atmosphere through the entire column. And so that's what's bringing us the efficient rain producers. And over the next 24 hours, that's going to be the story. And so from now through tomorrow morning, we're still talking about the efficient rain producers to move on through. So it's not just available moisture, but it's the energy in the atmosphere. We've got a ridge of high pressure to our south and east. We've got an energy to our north and west in a trough. And that's just feeding energy right through the Tennessee Valley. So therefore, the weather prediction has a level 1, level 2 risk for our region and a level 2 risk for most of East Tennessee for flooding and flash flooding concerns. So because of that and all the rainfall that we saw over the last 24 hours, so keep this in mind, okay? Through the day today, keep this graphic in mind. And if you were in a location that got a lot of efficient rain yesterday, some areas picking up well over an inch of rain. But places like Chattanooga picking up the second all-time record high rainfall totals for the day at 6.42 is what we ended up with down in Chattanooga. So we had some flash flooding that was ongoing down there along the interstate system. People were abandoning their cars late last night. So a terrible situation down there. But now more rain is on the way, and that's why I say pay attention to if you saw rain yesterday, because if you see rain today, that's going to lead to those flooding and flash flood concerns. So we have a flood watch in effect for all of East Tennessee. That runs until 8 o'clock here tonight. Back to the radar here on the local level. We've had some heavier showers early this morning across upper East Tennessee. But again, some spottier showers here and there. And this will all continue to fill back in throughout the day today. So here's your futurecast. Picking up on that energy this morning. Take it to noon. We'll have some spotty showers. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder. But again, not a ton of thunderstorm activity. We saw some of that yesterday. That's not the story. The story is the very efficient rain producers that will continue to develop throughout the day today. But I do think as we get into the later afternoon and early evening hours, we should start to see some improving conditions. So for your evening commute from work, may not have as much rain today as we had yesterday in some locations. Now, our model guidance is picking up on, again, heavy rainfall across the Southern Valley, spotty showers, and some locally heavy rainfall across the Central Valley, and maybe even upper East Tennessee could see some heavier downpours throughout the day. We've seen that this morning, and I think that model's picking up on a lot of that energy that we're seeing this morning. So keep in mind, efficient rain producers could lead to flooding and flash flooding. All right, temperatures this morning started off comfortable. Well, not so comfortable, actually. It's extremely muggy outside this morning. We're in the 70s. You can feel that air, right? And that's going to lead to afternoon highs below average because of the clouds and the rain. We're going to be in the mid-80s and not much of a heat index value today. But it is definitely muggy for sure. As we get into the evening hours, 82 by 6 down to about 76 degrees by 10 o'clock here tonight. Overnight tonight, we may still see a few showers around the area. So here's your futurecast actually again through the day today, just to kind of recap exactly what was going on around the area. And then as we get into tomorrow morning, we're likely to have some patchy, dense fog developing as we get started on our Thursday morning. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. After some below average temperatures today, we're going to be right there near those averages tomorrow. High pressure starts to build on in. Look at these temps. We're going to be in the low 90s with lows in the 70s. So a nice little ridge builds on into the area, helping to warm our temperatures up. And notice those rain chances come down as we head into the upcoming weekend. The weekend should be really nice. Dew points will come down a little bit as we get into the weekend as well. Extremely muggy conditions today and tomorrow. Slightly lower humidity as we get into the weekend, but with highs in the 90s, dew points in the low 70s, that's likely to lead to heat index values pushing the mid to upper 90s to even low 100s. All right, let's go to the big picture because this really tells a story. This is water vapor imagery. This shows us moisture in the atmosphere. Again, the ridge of high pressure down to our south and east, the trough to our north. That's that funnel effect right through the Tennessee Valley. So we'll go back to available moisture, or rather precipitable water. How much water could we precipitate out of the atmosphere? That sticks with us today, starts to fade tomorrow, fades even more as we get into our Friday and the upcoming weekend, which is why those rain chances go down. But until then, we do have the flood and flash flood risk, a level 1 risk by the Weather Prediction Center for our Thursday. We shave that away and push it southward on into our Friday, although still lingering across parts of the Tennessee Valley. Rainfall outlooks today, tomorrow. We're going to continue to pile up the rain. This is just a broad brush general idea, but all the way through next week, we're looking at some of the heaviest rain to be in the mountains of East Tennessee and over into North Carolina. But again, more importantly, what's going on today could lead to the flooding and flash flooding concerns. All right, let's quick check of the tropics here as we wrap things up here this morning. We still have Tropical Storm Erin, could become a major hurricane, Category 3 hurricane. All the way through Monday morning, it's still going to be north of the Greater Antilles. So we're talking about places like, the Turks and Caicos and San Juan, Puerto Rico. Where it goes from here, most of the models are curving it northward. But again, the southeastern U.S. needs to watch this. This is next Monday. Something to keep an eye on here over the next several days. And of course, I will do so. You can also keep an eye on it with the East Tennessee Weather app. We have tropical information on the interactive radar. Of course, the interactive radar is going to help you navigate some of those showers and thunderstorms and the heavier rainfall today. Make sure you have your notifications turned on, because if you were to be in a flash flood warning or a severe thunderstorm warning or any sort of inclement weather, the East Tennessee Weather app will notify you. Have a great day.